All right, Chapter 9, Extension, Day 1 Notes for Geometry. Here we go. We're going to learn about the different ways secant, tangents, and chords intersect in a circle. All right, so the first way when they intersect inside a circle, what's going to happen is we're going to take half the measure of the arcs. So we take half the measure of arc AD plus the measure of arc BC. So the two that are on the outside, we're going to add those up and then cut that in half. All right, likewise, if we're trying to find angle 2, the top angle, we'll use the top and bottom arc, AB and DC. So we're averaging the arcs to find that angle. So let's practice a couple of these here. So for number 1 here, what is the measure of angle AED? To find that angle, notice it's on the left side, so we're going to use the left and right arc. So we're going to take 1/2, or you can also divide by 2, either way, of 45 plus 109. So you can add 45 plus 109, then divide by 2. Or in your calculator, you can take 0.5, then times it, but you need to put this in parentheses, or do 45 plus 109 and equals, and then divide by 2. All right, so measure of angle AED should equal 77 degrees. Okay, because again, 45 plus 109 would be 154. And if we take half of that, we get 77 degrees, or 154 divided by 2. All right, this time we've got STR. You guys go ahead and try this one. So again, you're going to use the top and bottom angles. All right, so you can go half of 186 plus 112. So if we add 186 and 112 first, we get what would that be? 298. And then if we divide that by 2, we get 149 degrees for the measure of angle STR. All right, let's look at one where it's asking us to find a different angle. So number 3, we want to find YWX. So we want to find the top angle, but we're given the side angles. So what you're going to do is use the side angles, the average of those, to get this inside angle. Then we can subtract from 180 to get the opposite angle. So we can go half of 43 plus 81. And then that will give us the angle on the left and the right. So if we add those up, half of 43 plus 81, that would be 62 degrees. And then that's not quite the angle we're looking for. We're looking for the measure of angle YWX. And so we need to subtract from 180 to get that, since that makes a straight line. So that's going to be 118. All right, what if we want to find an arc? If we're given the central angle there, or the middle angle, not the central angle, we're given the middle angle, and we want to know what is arc LK. So we could call arc LKX, and then what we're going to do is take the angle on the inside is our answer, but we already know it. So we're going to take 62 equals half of 74 plus x. All right, so to solve this, you can multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that 1/2. So if we go times 2, that gets rid of that too, but we have to do it over here as well. So 162 times 2, that would be 124 equals 74 plus x. And then now we can subtract that 74 to get x to be 50. Okay. If you get your answer, you can always plug it back in and say 74 plus 50 divided by 2. Did that give me 62? Yes. All right, let's go ahead and try another one here. Why don't you guys do number 5? Go ahead and pause the video, and then we're going to jump to the back. If you have time, go ahead and do 5 and 6. All right, so example 5, if you did that one, it should have been 183. If you had time for example 6, we first had to find the supplementary angle to 79, which is 101. Then we can use that as the angle that we know and try to find that missing arc QT. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next page. Okay, this is when your 2 lines are intersecting on the circle. So notice it's a tangent and a secant. So to find angle 1, what we're going to do is just take half the measure of the arc. So angle 1 is over here. So its arc would be AB. So we're going to take half the measure of AB. And then to find angle 2 over here, same idea. We're going to take half the measure of that big arc there on the right, BCA. All right. So now if we use that idea, just need to find what angle did they give us and what do we need to figure out. So we've been given the whole arc over here is 308. We need to find the angle that goes with 308. So since that is on the same side of the arc, we can just take 1/2 of 308.